Why road is great.
There's somebody in here. It is, what time is it? 7:38, Monday, December 18th. I call this Madam Township meeting to order. Please rise and join me in giving the pledge of the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Before you have the minutes, what's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion that we suspend the reading of the minutes and approve them as written.
Second that.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Peck?
Yes.
Mr. Clerk?
Yes.
And doing that, we'll go ahead and move into our department reports. Starting with Fire EMS Chief John Heath.
Good evening.
Evening.
Total runs for the year, 1760, 64 since our last meeting 2 weeks ago, averaging right at 5 calls per day. Mutual aid received into the township, well, since the last meeting were 2, that makes it 66 for the year that we've had to come into the township. Mutual aid that went out of the township, 4, that makes it 115 we've given to other departments. Rescue 50, don't have an update. Last time I talked to them, there was an issue with a module that they had to have a mechanic come and plug it in before they drove it. They didn't want it to have an engine issue. They said it's probably because it's been sitting. One of the guys saw it going home, so they were driving it, so it must be fine. They still haven't communicated a return date, so I'm kind of getting a little bit more curious what's going on, if there's more issues than what we need to know. Obviously, we're a year plus into this incident, so the Santa Parade was a huge success, except for the weather could have been a little bit more cooperative for the crews on Saturday. They pretty much endured a downpour, but we were able to get through the whole township. And I say that whole township, there's a lot of question of why we don't go down certain roads and why we don't do certain things. One of it is due to the traffic. Dayton Road is very congested. We also use those to thoroughfare into the neighborhood. So unfortunately, we don't go into every road in every neighborhood. The reason being is we have to be able to plan the route in and out. I know a lot of people were frustrated we don't go down certain county roads or country roads, but that's why we put the maps out ahead of time so people know where to be and know where we're going to be at. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, that's probably not going to change. We'll probably stay with the route that we have. We have had discussion for next year to maybe switch it up and do the side that we do Saturday on Friday and flip-flop. Honestly, it's a pretty big event for almost everybody that comes in volunteers that night. And obviously, the people that get up on top and bear the weather, they take the grunt of it. So I did receive a $5,000 donation today from the Speedway Corporate 7-Eleven that this officer has. I'd like to personally thank them. So they had called and said that they'd like to give us a donation. So they stopped by today and gave us a donation. So other than that, I don't really have anything else. Any questions for me?
First of all, I'd like to thank you for everybody doing the Santa Parade. You know, people have just like trick or treat. I mean, we don't trick or treat out on the country roads. They could go into the neighborhoods. It wasn't the best night for that.
The other thing that people don't realize is we've got people standing up and there's power lines and there's wires, and we have people that have to coordinate and talk to people up above so they duck underneath this stuff. So we try to go through the years, we've changed routes so that we're not going down certain things. And unfortunately, some people may have thought we've gone down certain roads before, but as long as I've been here, at least since I've been the fire chief in years when I was just here as a fireman, I don't ever remember going down some of these roads. So sometimes you can't get the truck turned around. So we've been fortunate the last 2 years of doing it that we haven't got anything major. We're missing a truck and we're still able to make this work. So we've got some ideas next year to really maybe spice it up and make it a little bit better. So we're hoping that we can, we're hoping maybe we can get a link onto the truck GPS to show people where we're at so they can see the truck moving and maybe get an idea where we're at. But I don't know how to do that, so I have to talk to somebody that understands that. But we've got some ideas to help people see as much as they can. But we do appreciate all the positive from it too.
There was a lot of, on Facebook, there were a lot of people really appreciate it.
Well, it's fun. I mean, as much as it can be cumbersome over the 2 days, because it's just a lot of stress. I mean, it's just, you ever got people standing up there, it's cold out, you don't want somebody to get hurt. We've got kids run out in front of the fire trucks before. I mean, we're trying to be as careful as we can. But when you hear a kid yell, hey, Santa, and wave, I mean, it just makes the day, makes it more fun. So
That's cool.
but that's all I've got.
Can you give me the year-to-date runs again?
1,760. We're doing 5 a day, so I would say we're going to be in 1,800 range, right where we thought we would be. So,
All right, anybody have anything else for John? Thanks, John.
thank you.
Our road and cemetery, Don O'Connor.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Not a whole lot going on really, just getting ready for all the fun out on the roads. We got the bucket truck back, it's repaired. I'm really sure what was wrong with it, did you ever hear? But it is repaired.
Small hydraulic leak.
The 550 is back, we got the ram repaired on it. So we're back up to full strength on trucks. We had 200 ton of salt delivered down to the new salt bin once we got the order and fiasco straightened out. And I've got about 100 ton on hand up here. So my game plan is let the 2 smaller trucks load up down there, since they're gonna be doing the plats down there, and then Nathan and I'll burn this salt up back here. And that's really about it from the road. We did have an offhand request. Wondering if we could get a drone for the road department for trade inspection.
We'll rent you one.
Okay.
Yeah, pass.
Everybody else got a drone, why can't we?
Oh, my God.
And then,
We're gonna get you a taller truck.
cemetery's been fairly quiet. We got a funeral this week, we had 2 or 3 last week. It's on par for what we are. Getting a lot of calls, people want to know, find graves for decorations and stuff. But that's really about it, pretty quiet, really.
How many burials this week, or all year,
Well, I think I'm up to almost 80.
Or,
Yeah.
which we were around there last year, 90 or something, I think.
Nah, we're running about average, mid-70s, 80s.
Okay.
It just seems like when we got hit, we got hit all at once.
Anybody have anything else for Don?
Did you ever go and look at the poles and wires on Railroad I was talking about?
Yes, I drove by.
So the old Indian Valley School were hardwired together. The school was supposed to pull the poles and take the wire down, and it's kind of fallen on deaf ears. So Kevin from the village had asked if there's any chance that we could help Doug and maybe work together one day if it was like, wasn't much going on, maybe a decent day or something.
It's gonna be a while, because Doug's out. He doesn't have
It's
surgery.
not pressing, it's just, I kind of told them, we can figure something out.
Yeah.
And they use our bucket truck anyway, so just be like extra people in the bucket truck and clean it up.
Sounds like a good springtime project.
Yeah. When it's soft, maybe get the poles out easier.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Don. Our Mad River Township Deputy, Brandon Baldwin.
Evening, everyone.
Mhm.
I also agree with Don. It has been a little quiet, but I'm going to pay for that tomorrow, I'm sure. 9 calls for service, no criminal arrests, 5 stops, 4 assists to other officers or agencies, 28 business checks, 55 citizen contacts, and 800 miles placed on the cruiser. I've had 3 crashes within since the last meeting. One was a 4-car chain reaction crash on Dayton Springfield at Marion. That crash ended up being that was Domino's Pizza delivery driver on his way to work, and he was under the influence. That was right about 3:30 in the afternoon. Other than that, all I really have, participated in Santa Parade on Friday with the fire department. That was pretty cool. I liked the route that they had designed for it, and it was also cool to end in the bluffs. So I saw a couple people out there. Also participate on this past Saturday. with the Shop with the Cop program that our sheriff's office does, like many other agencies do. We were able to provide Christmas gifts for 52 children within the county, so that was pretty awesome. Yesterday morning, about 6:45, I was woken up, assisted with, as a member of the special operations team for a barricaded subject off of Ridge Road yesterday. After a several hour standoff, he was taken into custody without incident. As Don said, Mother Nature is coming with her wrath as far as the lovely white stuff that we all enjoy. So, reminder, take extra time to get to your destination. Please slow down. Crashes we know are going to happen, but if it's avoidable, let's try to avoid them. Only other thing I have, I touched on it in the notes I sent for the last meeting. Reminder to citizens that vehicle thefts are occurring at a high rate. It's not just within Clark County and the city of Springfield. It's the entire Miami Valley region, state of Ohio. Honestly, it's a nationwide problem right now. Specifically, they're targeting Kias, Hondas, Dodges. I mean, you name it, they can about get their hands on it. And they're going, normally when they steal a car, they go through several other jurisdictions and commit other crimes as well. So please do not leave your vehicles unlocked with valuables inside of it. Also, this is another common thing that we're running into is how many people leave their keys in their car. Your insurance company, if they find out that you left your keys in your car and it gets stolen, you are not going to get covered. So don't do that. That's all I have.
Anybody have anything for Brandon? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anything from Houston Fire EMS?
Houston Fire, good news, tanker's back, seems to be fixed. But time will tell. So, no leaks in the building, sitting still, and no leaks driving up down the road yet. Brace they put on the back, 5-inch, doesn't look horrible. I was worried it would. But they did a good job just bracing it, supporting that 5-inch valve and
Is that what they think it was? The valve was just putting too
well,
much
the
pressure?
valve was putting too much weight, especially if you hooked a 5-inch hose full of water.
Pulling down on that.
Because you're pounding water in the back of that tanker. And then that vibration into that fiberglass. So they put that brace there after they fixed that fiberglass. But the overflow was obviously a separate issue. So the truck was actually leaking because of the fiberglass crack. Overflow was an issue while you're on the road. So hopefully both issues you take care of. The main problem with the overflow is in the wintertime. The overflow was right over the wheels. And so 20 degrees and the water's splashing on your brakes.
Yeah,
It's
beautiful.
not a good scenario,
Yeah.
so that's why it was a priority. So hopefully we're good there. First year, it only took a month. I was surprised.
Yeah,
Less than a month, actually. The day it left and the day it arrived.
yeah, that wasn't bad.
That's all I have from Houston.
Alrighty. Go to our fiscal officer, Dave Rudy.
Got a few things. First, got some checks for you guys to sign off on. Next would be, since we are at the end of the year, just wanted to kind of figure the schedule for our organizational meeting and our first meeting of the new year. So I kind of talked to Todd about it before the meeting. He thought Tuesday, January 2nd, we'd go ahead and have the organizational meeting and just do it at like 7:30, which is what we did last year. Just started at 7:30, and then once that's over, we'll just roll into the first regular session meeting of the year. If that works for everybody.
Yeah, let's take like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, the organization meeting, I think that's all.
Works for me.
And then I do have the 2024 law enforcement agreement between Madrid Township and the Sheriff's Department for Brandon's services. It's not to exceed 138,634.01 per 2024. That would be kind of maxed out. The way everything rolls, it doesn't come close to that, but that's if everything happens. So we'll just need to approve that.
We didn't hit the max last year. did we?
Yeah. Yeah. And then the last thing I kind of have for you is I did get back the certificate of estimated property tax revenue for the road levy that, if we want to proceed with, calculated estimated revenue is $319,000 a year. Pretty much in line with what we had received prior year on that. So that'd be a 1.7 mil levy. It's about $59.50 for each $100,000 of appraised value.
And that will be a renewal.
Yeah, no new increase, and it may go down depending on the values.
And this is what allows us to take care of the roads. So
So we,
to put it in perspective, it's costing us about, what, 125,000 a mile for roads down to Blacktop? So, yeah, that's a minimum right now. So we're down to less than 3 miles per year, which that's just, but,
I think when they originally did the levy, it was around 100.
yeah.
59.50 per 100,000.
Yeah. That's what it says. So we will just need if you guys want to go ahead and get that on the March ballot, we just need a resolution to proceed. And I've given that to Trustee Young. To do that. Oh, I do have one more thing. I need Trustee Young also has the resolution for the temporary appropriations, just up to 2.5 million to allow us to kind of get the year rolling. And then we'll work on the budgets and everything. Get that done in the first quarter.
All right, anybody got anything for Dave? Oh, you got?
Yep.
Okay. Moving to old business. Anybody got anything? We kind of touched on it at the pre-meeting, there we'll talk about the sim sites. Just to touch on it, I guess you're gonna send that email tomorrow, I'll go ahead and call them. We do have to set up a meeting with them, another virtual meeting. What is good for you guys? You wanna do a
Weather dependent, probably.
Yeah.
that's me
Just set a
too.
date.
You wonder if they're willing, do they act like, I read some of the email, were they willing like in between the holidays? Feel like they're pretty quick, or they want
They wanna do it next week.
Do they?
And the only problem I got, I mean, that's, I got family coming into town, but I mean, I could still figure an hour out and do that. It's about an hour long, hour and a half. Yeah, so, I'll just touch base with them tomorrow.
Just set a date, and if it happens, it happens. I mean,
We just cancel.
And they usually tell us, here's a lot of time we have available.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we can work in.
we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
We'll send Brandon.
That's really all I have on the sim sites deal.
We're gonna do it here, up here.
I think so, might as well just do it here,
Okay.
don't you think?
Probably got the best Wi-Fi in
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, you just have to bring the books and stuff with you.
Yeah, last time we did it at my house and it was good, but we had no sound.
Yeah.
We had to go on our phone to get the audio, it was so low.
I just let me know, I can probably get you set up with everything over that, make this whole trip.
Do you have the computer and everything we can use? Do you want me to bring this?
You have to bring your computer.
Okay. I'll figure out, I'll talk to him tomorrow, and we'll hash it out and get a
Alright.
time, and I'll touch with you before I approve everything with them. So anybody got anything else?
Business. Let's see, the Southern Vista project, we got contracts signed and kind of circulated over the last week. So things are moving forward on that. Probably won't be doing that till May.
Did we already We had some issues with some catch boxes up there. Isn't there that one manhole, didn't you say that manhole up there needed
We need to
attention?
coordinate looking.
Oh,
Two of them.
Two of them, Southern Vista, yeah.
right there at the four-way stop. Are you talking about the manholes or catch basin?
Well, catch basins and the manhole. Isn't there a manhole up there right where it turns into the old Southern Vista? That one that's real deep, doesn't that need some work? Doesn't that-
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
fix that with the project.
Okay,
And what about the two on Southern Vista? Are they included in the project too?
All of them.
all
I
of them
got
are
all
good.
set
then.
up.
I thought we had to
But-
fix them all. Or-
But then we had a conversation about the other manholes in West Eden,
Yeah.
about addressing those, and we talked about that. So we'll probably work those out with the road project here, because they gave us a pretty solid price to, and you've got cones on them currently? Because I gotta still kind of give them, out all those roads, I remember there's some on Chama,
New Horizon.
like, you know what roads they're.
New Horizon, West Enid Drive. There's one at the intersection of Tall Timbers and West Enid. There's one right in the middle of that cul-de-sac, which is Storm Haven.
Mhm.
It'll rock your world at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Or they just
They-
fall apart?
No, they just raise up.
The road
Then they
settles
catch
around
you.
it and you get a split.
The problem is you hit those cutting edge on your plow and
You say tall timber?
Yeah.
It's all timber and
you're done because then my plow won't start chattering because you got that big bow in it.
I was just gonna tell them the road names and say they got cones on them, because I
Yeah,
don't.
the cones are staked down on the berm,
Oh,
straight across
Yeah, we
from the
drive
manhole.
okay, gotcha.
big barn spikes in and try to keep
Okay.
it from steering.
Yes, but the ones on Southern Vista, unfortunately, we'll just deal with those with the project. We'll have to deal with them on our winter.
Yeah.
Because we have them all set up for something, and then we need to get together here sometime and look at that intersection there, Green Meadows. So we'll work that in here sooner than later.
Did you ever see about getting our plat drawings back from
No, I didn't.
the drainage? I was trying to take them.
Yeah, well.
She's had those ever since she did that study on that subdivision.
Yeah, I'll get with her.
That's been a little bit.
Yeah, it has.
well, if we have nothing else in old business, we'll move to new business.
Yeah, you gotta do these motions.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve temporary appropriations for calendar year 2024 up to 2.5 million.
Second that?
Mr. Young,
Yes,
Mr. Pettit,
Yes.
Mr. McCoy.
Yes.
then I will move to approve the 2024 law enforcement agreement for Brandon with Clark County Sheriff's Department, not to exceed the cost of $138,634.01.
Second?
Mr. Young,
Yes.
Mr. Pettit,
Yes.
Mr. McCoy.
Yes.
And then I assume we want to go ahead with the resolution for the
We do.
road levies.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, then I'll make a motion to approve a resolution to proceed for the purpose of placing a renewal of an existing levy of 1.7 mils outside of 10 mils on the residents of Madrid Township, excluding the village of Eden, for the purpose of general construction, reconstruction, and resurfacing, and repair of streets, roads, bridges pursuant to the revised code section 5705.19 to be placed on the March 19th, 2024 ballot for the tax years 24, 2025, 2026, 2027, and 2028.
Second?
Mr. Young,
Yes.
Mr. Pettit,
Yes.
Mr. McCoy.
Yes.
We had already talked about the prices and everything, so. Got anything else?
I don't have anything else to do business.
Got anything else in new business?
New business, probably no. I guess the only thing I could say is that, this is the end of my second year here, and everybody in this room, I really appreciate all the work that you're doing for Mattawa Township. It's really, I feel we're really doing some great things here. And I'm looking forward to the next two.
We have a good group right now. Everybody's doing well. Hopefully we can keep it up. Okay. Well, anything else to come before the board?
Second.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Pettit?
Yes,
Yes.
meeting adjourned.
You guys really didn't hear anything about that?